going to be most comfortable for you. Like I said, I'm glad we're here. So it's our Loving Kindness Thursday. And it's also this week for our skandasana. That's our Lord of War pose. It's our side lunge in the physical body. Feel free, maybe if you want to start on your back, you can have your feet mat distance or wider and let the knees drop in. Maybe you want to start in reclined butterfly. Because skandasana is our side lunge, it opens up the outer hips. So maybe if you start in a reclined butterfly, it kind of opens the hips up a little bit. Allow yourself to start however makes sense for you. Let the breath come and go. Maybe we can even just say to ourselves that this practice will bring me what I need. This practice will bring me what I need. We all have different needs. We come with different experiences, so just let this practice be your own. Our skandasana is an outer hip opener, and that's where our gallbladder meridian runs. And our organs in our body, they kind of work in pairs. So the partner for the gallbladder is the liver, and the liver meridian runs on the inside of the leg. And our liver, that's the part of us that kind of is that inspiring, creative aspect. The liver is what creates the ideas. It's more of a yin, a passive part of us. Whereas the gallbladder on the outer hip, that's more yang, that's more action, it's related with the fire element. And our gallbladder is what supports us in making decisions. So the liver has the ideas, and that gallbladder, that masculine yang energy can carry it out. So maybe bringing into our space, this Loving Kindness Thursday space, if there's anything that maybe you need a little support, a little oomph in starting, or a decision that you can make, or something you've been kind of mulling over, just tap into that energy of the gallbladder for a little clarity and ability to move forward. Of course, at the right time, but get some clarity. So in that spirit of skandasana, Lord of War, that moving forward, that going forward, from wherever you're at, let's bring the knees to the chest. We'll rock side to side. We're going to work with a little bit of the fire element today. So when we bring our knees to the chest, this activates our earth element, but it also supports our digestive fire, because that ascending, descending, and transcending colon in the body with our knees to the chest. And then let's bring legs long, kind of feet towards the ceiling, and bring the right foot just below that left knee. We'll come into our reclined figure four. Maybe the hands are on the shins or on the back of that left leg. So this is a little bit of outer hip, depending on kind of how close those knees are to the chest, or maybe you rock side to side here. Just easing our way into this Lord of War. Easing into our warrior side of us. And maybe we are already leaned into, maybe we are full speed ahead already. So what's beautiful is we can allow these shapes to bring us into balance. So if our gallbladder is excessive, we can be very impulsive. That go, go, go fire energy. So we're bringing it into balance here. Now let's undo this little figure four. Let the legs come to the sky. Just drop the feet apart. Bring the hands to the inside of the knees. Let the weight of the hands just allow those feet to fall apart. And maybe exhale as we drop into that creative aspect of the liver. This receptive part of us, the creative aspect, that feminine energy, that liver meridian on the inside of the leg. Draw the feet together on an exhale, and then bend that left leg to bring the left ankle below the right knee. And then maybe you bring the hands to the shin or below the knee. Maybe rocking side to side. Breathing out and in. You can soften your gaze with eyes closed, or maybe you have the eyes open. Nice job, guys. Exhale through the mouth, maybe, as we bring in this fire element on a warm day. We can release some heat through an exhale, open mouth. And then as you're ready, let's bring that left ankle off that right leg, nice and even. Bring the feet to the sky. And this time, let's bring our arms out like a T. And with those feet towards the sky, let's just kind of bring one leg down and one leg kind of forward towards the head. And just ski across the sky, across that ceiling. Bringing the feet kind of like scissors back and forth. Maybe you notice the low belly active. You can lower that foot down longer. Just make sure that low back doesn't come off the ground. Keep the low back on the ground. So don't lower that heel that's going down further than what's going to allow that back to stay flat. It's back and forth with the feet. Now let's hug the knees into the chest, rock side to side. Exhale. And now let's plant the feet on the ground, roll over onto the side, and just come onto our hands and knees, coming into that tabletop. And if we're going to open our hips, we're going to open our shoulders too. And today we're going to focus a little bit on the thoracic spine. Ironically, we were just talking about my thoracic breaks. But we're going to give the thoracic spine some love today. So let's plant the knees, plant the left hand, and bring that right hand just behind the head. And what we're going to do is keep the shoulder blades flat, but draw that right elbow kind of towards the wrist or towards the left forearm, and then bring it up and open up the chest. So we kind of pinch the shoulder blades and then bring that elbow towards the forearm, and then bring the elbow even with the shoulders and then up, pinching that shoulder blade. Bring the elbow down towards the wrist, then up, pinch the shoulder blades, that right arm opens up, and then one more time, get the elbow towards the forearm, and then bring the elbow out and shoulder blades pinch, and then exhale, lower that right hand down. Let's walk our hands forward, drop the heart down into puppy pose, and maybe just notice if that right shoulder blade or that right side of the upper spine feels a little different than the left. It may or it may not. Breathe in. Now let's exhale, roll back up to table. And we're going to open up the shoulders and the upper back again on the left side. So plant the right hand, bring that left hand behind the head. And then once you feel stable and steady, let's exhale. Keep the shoulder blades kind of flat, but dip the right elbow towards that right wrist. And then open the elbow up and then back, pinch the shoulder blade. Yep, bring the left elbow towards forearm, towards that wrist. This is when you kind of have a round across the back, and then bring the left arm up and back. Then the left elbow comes down towards the wrist, towards the forearm. Let's open the elbow to the side, back, pinch the shoulder blade. And then last time, exhale down, left elbow towards the forearm or the wrist. And then we'll inhale to bring it back, drawing it back, pinching the shoulder blade, pause. And then exhale, lower that left hand down. Let's give that right hand a break. Walk the hips back, the hands forward. Let's flip our palms to sky. Giving ourselves a little external rotation on the shoulders here. Breathe in and out. And exhale, sigh. Breathe in. Exhale, let's lift the heart, plant the hands underneath the shoulders. And let's just come all the way up to a high kneel. And roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Maybe you dip one hand towards the knee, kind of coming into a side bend. It's kind of a gentle rock. We're just kind of wiggling here. Not so much super big movements, it's wiggles. And let's bring the arms out in front of us, those hands in front of the shoulders. Let's put the palms together and then bring those palms outward. If you want, you can round the back, bring the chin to the chest, really extending through the upper back with the arms out. And then let's roll the shoulders down and plant the hands back, coming into tabletop. And then we're going to bring kind of that same motion, that movement into our hips. So in our tabletop, our hands plant the left knee and the hands, and then that right knee, let's exhale to open up to the side, as if we're bringing that knee to a box. And then inhale, bring the knee down. Exhale, draw that leg out, and then bring the knee down. Exhale out, stacking that knee on the box, and then bring it down. And the last time, draw that knee out, pause, and then bring that knee in. And now from here, let's lower it down. So bring those legs back and come onto the forearms. Extend those legs nice and long. And we'll come into a little sphinx. Maybe releasing that low back a little. Maybe you kind of rock the hips side to side. Making kind of like a little wiggle. Elbows might be under the forearms. Lift the heart in the chest. Shalamba Bhujangasana. Breathe in. And then let's exhale, lower down the belly, lower down the low ribs. Bring the hands like a pillow under the forearm. And then inhale to draw that right knee up out to the side. So the right knee might be in line with the hip. And that right ankle is underneath is kind of in line with the knee. It's like a 90-degree angle with that right leg. And maybe that doesn't feel so good and you want to bring that heel and the foot more towards the leg, like a reclined tree on your stomach. Really what we're doing is opening up that hip to the side, an outer hip opener. Or an inner thigh, but we're bringing the leg, the hip out, okay? Breathe in, or the knee out. Breathe out. Resting the head. And let's exhale to bring the forehead parallel with the ground. And then gently bring the hands kind of into a stable position outside the shoulders, and then sweep that right leg back down nice and straight. You can windshield wiper the heels back and forth, kind of that wiggle again. Yeah, nice job. Feet can come to the sky, good. Yeah, you guys know. Now let's lower those legs down. Press up and back to table. Maybe you bring those sits bones back and then coming into a child's pose and then popping back up to your table. And now from here, ground the hands, ground that right knee, and we're going to do those leg lifts out to the side. We've got 4. So let's exhale to draw that left knee out, place it on a box. And then bring that knee in, let it hover when it comes in. Exhale out, draw it in. Exhale out, this gallbladder meridian getting worked up. Bring that knee in, and then we'll exhale, draw it out, and then bring it back in. Now walk the hands forward, bring those legs back, drop the elbows, lift up into Sphinx. Maybe you wiggle the hips side to side again, and then lift the heart, let that heart shine forward. Shalamba Bhujangasana. Seeing if you can get some relief in the low back here. We are compressing, but we exhale when we draw it into contraction. And then once you're in your Sphinx, just see if you can relax the glutes. And even though the low back is active, try to give it some little ease as much as you can. And now let's lower down the stomach, the low ribs, and then the chest. Then bring that left knee out to the side, that 90-degree angle, that knee in line with hip, maybe an ankle in line with underneath that knee. Our kind of reclined tree. This is our tadpole. And then try not to resist this or fight this in the hip. And if you don't feel good with that knee up, you can bring that knee down more at an angle from the hip. It doesn't have to be in line. Breathe in and out. And in. Exhale, let the breath go, and then straighten that left leg long. Maybe wiggle those hips again. And now let's press up and back in the downward facing dog. So bring those hands maybe underneath the shoulders. Maybe you come up through a cat-cow first. Anything that you need to do along the way there, or find yourselves together in downward facing dog. Nice, guys. And now once you get there, let's pedal out those legs, dropping the knees down. And then Let's bring our feet nice and wide. Maybe they're mat distance apart. Maybe they're wider than the mat. But make sure you have your footing. But see if you can drop those hips up or bring those hips up. Open the backs of the legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now let's walk the feet together. So maybe the big toes are side by side. And then we'll inhale to step the right foot forward. Let's lower the left knee down. And then with that left hand on the floor on the block, let's gently come into our twist, bring the right arm to the sky. Breathing in and out. Maybe noticing the front of that left leg, that hip flexor, the psoas muscles opening. And then exhale, bring that right hand down. Let's bring the left hand out to the block out to the side. And let's set the left foot to meet the right. And then do Uttanasana. Let out a sigh, breathing out and breathing in. Wiggles or maybe some more grosser movements. And then let's ground the left foot. And then step the right foot back, lowering that knee. Bring the block on the inside of the left foot and the right hand onto that block. And then reach the left hand to sky. Yeah, nice. You can always bring that knee off the ground and come into the ball of the foot if that feels better. If you want, you can lower it. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. And let's exhale to sweep that left hand down. Move the block out of the way. Let's step that left knee back. So our knees are on the ground. Walk the hands forward in front of those shoulders. And let's lower down our chest and our chin, bending the elbows. Let's inhale up to Bhujangasana. Activating that back again. Breathe in. And let's exhale, curl the toes, lift up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in. Exhale. And now inhale. Let's step our right foot forward. Put that left foot down. So ground the left foot, ground that right foot. And maybe just sweep that left hand across the floor, reaching for that left foot. And then let's lift the shoulders up over the pelvis and then tuck those hips. Yes. Bending that front knee. Let's find our Virabhadrasana 2. And we're going to just bend in and out of this knee and pay attention to that hip. The inside of the hip, maybe you feel an outer hip now. Let's inhale, straighten your leg, bring palms together. And be a big exhale. Bending back into Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, straighten. And then exhale, bend and extend the hands. Now inhale to straighten. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Now pause here, breathe in. Let's exhale, drop the right elbow on that knee. Let the left hand to the sky. Inhale. Make sure you're pressing through that left foot still. And now maybe you want to bring the right hand off the knee and bring the arm out, or you can keep that hand rested either way. Breathe in. And now let's exhale, come back up to that Virabhadrasana 2. Flip the palms towards the ground. Good, breathe in. And now here we're going to come into that skandasana, but let's come into a variation. We're going to come onto that right heel, the right toes point towards the sky. As we bend over to the left, maybe you bring that left foot closer under the left hip and then drop into a side lunge over to the left. Yep, so bring that left foot, adjust as much as you need, the toes towards the sky and the right foot, breathe in. And let's exhale, come back to that Virabhadrasana 2. Maybe the hands are in front of the heart still. And then as you're ready, exhale, come onto that right heel and rock yourself back to that left hip. Nice job, guys. Breathe in. And exhale, rock it forward, bend the knee, plant the foot, heart is lifted. And then exhale, rock the glutes over to the left, the right toes to sky. Pause here, breathe in. And now let's exhale, pivot that right foot towards the floor, bring the hips to the middle and fold it forward. Prasarita Padottanasana. So balance in that gallbladder with the side lunge, with this liver opening meridian in our forward fold. The legs are straight. The feet are wide. That's supportive of the liver. Bringing balance here, that yin and the yang, those polarities in our body coming together. Let's bend the knees, guys, and then rise up to stand. Maybe one vertebra at a time. Maybe move really slow. As the legs come up, the knees Kind of straighten your shoulders, roll up, back and down. Really nice. Inhale and extend the arms. When you're ready, pivot that left foot towards the short edge. And that right foot is still facing the long edge, and bend that knee. So here we are, that Virabhadrasana 2. And then just kind of easing our way into opening up that left side. We'll straighten and bring the palms together. And then we exhale, bend. Virabhadrasana 2, really nice. Inhale, straighten, palms meet. Exhale, bend the knee, extend. Inhale, straighten the leg, palms meet. And then exhale, bend that knee. And then as you're ready, drop that left elbow on top of that left thigh, reach your right arm up. You can bring the left arm out under the ear if you want. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's lower that left elbow if you had it extended, and then exhale to come back up. Now here, maybe you bring that right foot a little closer to that left heel, and then we'll straighten that left leg, bend over to the right for our variation of side lunge, left toes to the sky, that heel is down. And let's exhale back, Virabhadrasana 2. Yes, exhale over, skandasana. Breathe in. Then exhale into that bend of the left knee. One more time. Exhale over to the side lunge. Really nice. And then over to straighten that right leg. The left foot straight, left leg straightens. Pivot the left foot towards the long edge. Now let's exhale to fold forward. Dropping into that supported liver meridian opener. Prasarita Padottanasana. Breathe in. Exhale. Let's inhale to come into our half forward fold. So lifting the heart, engaging the torso halfway, bend the knees if you need to. And then let's exhale to fold forward all the way again. Maybe hands are on the shins if that feels better, or on the hips. Breathe in and breathe out. And then exhale, drop those hands down onto the heart. Let's walk the hands towards the right foot and then pivot the feet towards the front of the mat. So you're facing kind of maybe where we started. Now lower that left knee. And now let's walk the right foot over to the right side of the mat. Drop the hands down, drop that left hip flexor down, and then open towards that right knee. Be dropping the right knee out to the side. A little variation of lizard. Again, kind of working the hip all the way around, like that complete 360 of the hip. And let's exhale, bring that foot to the floor. Walk the foot back to the middle, and we'll exhale to send the hips back, flexing the feet towards the face here in our Ardha Hanumanasana. The back of the leg opening. This sometimes relieves tension or contraction on the low back. The hamstrings affect the low back, those hip flexors, and so as affect the low back. So again, kind of coming at everything from all angles here along that midsection. Let's exhale to plant that right foot down, bending into that knee. You know what? Let's rise up, kind of in a victory into our low lunge. Hands come above the head, breathe in. Drop that left hip down and forward. Again, the hip flexor is getting a little bit of attention. Breathe in. Exhale, fold to frame the foot. Step the right knee back. Let's lower down our chest and our chin. Coming into our Ashtangasana, our 8-point pose. The toes, the knees, hands, chest and chin. And then exhale, or inhale, lift up to Bhujangasana. Yeah, and then we'll exhale back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, lower that right knee down. And then bring that left hand on the inside of the foot, pivot the left foot towards the side of the mat. And then drop that knee open. Maybe you twist the heart towards the knee. Maybe not, but finding your expression of lizard today. Allow yourself to drop in. Feel ourselves coming into balance. Breathe in and out. Exhale. breath. And then exhale, lower that left foot. Bring it in nice, kind of into a normal, kind of middle of the mat. And then as you're ready, let's drop that left or the right hip back, the left foot to sky, Ardha Hanumanasana. I usually wiggle my heel here as when I rock it back, I wiggle back and forth and then kind of plant and drop into that fold. Exhale. Inhale. And then let's exhale to bend that knee. Coming into that low lunge, and we'll rise up in victory again. Breathing in and extending upward. The Sanskrit word for victory is Jai. So maybe we say inhale, exhale, Jai. Dropping into that front hip. Inhale, exhale, Jai. Breathe in. And let's exhale to fold forward. Bring that knee back. And then meet in downward facing dog. If you want, move through your Bhujangasana, that cobra, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Now let's inhale to step the right foot forward. Let's pivot both feet towards that long edge. One last time, drop over to that side lunge, dropping the hip, lifting the heart. Skandasana on the right, low lunge. Yep. Let's come to the middle with straight legs folded forward, finding balance with that liver. The yang and the yin. Lift the heart, lift the chest. Bend the knees, drop over to the left, side lunge to the left. Breathe in. Exhale to the middle, folding forward, Prasarita Padottanasana. Exhale. Now, as you're ready, you can pivot the feet towards the front of the mat or towards the back. Either way, let's lower down onto the knees, onto the hands, and then come onto the back. Oh, let's really drop in. It's kind of a shorter yang practice, that vinyasa, that flow. And so let's really feel that concentration of movement, but drop in and allow that to support us in dropping in to this kind of passive on our backs, yen-ish aspect of practice. You can rock side to side, nice guys. Let's exhale, come into happy baby. So maybe hands come on the outside of the foot, or the big toes, and drop those knees kind of towards the side body, towards the armpits. Begin to slow our breath. Breathe in. Maybe you gently let go the hands off the feet, extend the legs to sky, find legs up the wall, bring the arms out to the ground. And as you're ready, bend the knees and extend those legs long. And come into Shavasana. Dropping down and dropping in. And then that right side and the left side. The front and the back. The top and the bottom of our physical body. And just feel everything mesh together in balance. Skandasana, Lord of War pose. Balancing today. And now let's drop into loving kindness. We'll be visualizing ourselves on the mat, in our space. As if we were a fly on the wall, just be the witness for just a moment. And then drop back into our bodies and say to ourselves, may I be filled with loving kindness. May I have balance. May I have clarity. May I be loved. Now visualizing someone that you hold dear, that you love. Maybe it's a pet. Maybe it's a human. And say to that soul, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you have clarity. May you have balance. May you be loved. And now visualizing someone that you see in your neighborhood or you see in passing. See their face, their eyes, their soul, and say to them, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you have clarity. May you have balance. May you be loved. Now bringing someone or maybe an organization to mind that maybe you don't see eye to eye with. Visualize them and say to that person or institution, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you have clarity. May you have balance. May you be loved. Feel yourself as part of the greater whole. That the sum is greater than all its parts. As you're ready, make your way seated, and maybe you have some time today where you can stay in Shavasana and hold this space for yourself, for others, for whatever you need. When you're ready to let out an exhale, inhale, exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. So sweet to practice with you.